And now, the Crypt Keeper of Creepy, the provocative prince of the tweens, the nightmare from Neptune. It's Zabujard!
If you could protect I'm underneath the covers of the bed. If you could protect one other person in the whole world, maybe that's why we're here, is to protect one baby person, other person in the whole world, or protect yourself. I think if you think about it, this world belongs to all of us, so we all have a share in the world. So if people could keep their property clean, we all own a piece of property in the world, and so I think maybe we're all supposed to keep our own individual property clean. Kind of like think of yourself as a house, and you have to keep your house clean because it makes the community look better if your house is clean, and if everyone keeps their house clean, then it makes the community look better. And maybe that's why we're here, is to help one other person, or or something like that. And so it's like Jesus brought people back from the dead, but the Old Testament says don't bring people back from the dead. So Jesus is like, the old law is dumb. I'm the new law. I am the law. And that reminds me of the quote from Judge Dredd. I am the law. I'm Judge Dredd. I am the law. I am the law. With Sylvester Stallone, Judge Dredd. I'm out of food, so I need to go to the store today and get food and soda. And I like that I'm waking up early right now. That's my favorite things. My current favorite things I'm thinking about is that I'm glad that I'm waking up early. And, obviously showers, but right now I'm glad I'm waking up early. But now it's like, okay, you're waking up early. Okay, now what? What do you do all day? That's the hard part. That's the hard part to figure out. Okay, you're waking up right now. What the hell do you do all day? There's too many hours in the day. And what the hell am I gonna fucking do all day? Waking up early is a good start. It's a good start. I think it's a good start, maybe. But then when nighttime comes around, I feel less anxious, and I feel less nervous and creeped out. I feel like, oh, it's nighttime, I can finally relax, it's dark. I can hide away from the world. It's nice and dark out. And the day's almost over, I can finally go back to bed. I don't have to worry about the day anymore, because it's almost done. And I just felt bored and lonely yesterday. Yesterday was hard because I felt bored and lonely yesterday, and that's how I felt, and so it felt like a hard day. That's how it felt. And I was just thinking, I want to be in nature, I want to be somewhere else. I want to be anywhere else. I want to be out in the fucking wilderness. You know how Jesus walked in the desert for 40 days in the wilderness. People out in the wilderness. Just in the trees. I just want to be able to climb trees without people looking at me. Just up in some trees and yeah. There was a Catholic saint who said, if people judged themselves, then they wouldn't need judgment from God. Do you think people judge themselves? Some people don't. They feel no shame, or they push their shame down so deep into their body that they look like they feel no shame. I'm talking about furries, baby role players, stuff like that. Should human beings feel shame? What is shame? Should we judge ourselves? This idea of judgment on a person based on their experiences, it rubs me the wrong way. As I'm getting older, the idea of Christianity has rubbed me the wrong way. I know that sounds crazy, but it just has. The eternal hellfire judgment based on someone's experiences. It doesn't make sense to me sometimes at all. Anyway, in Revelations, there's the Battle of Harmageddon with an H. In Hebrew, it's Harmageddon, which is an area in northern Israel where Jesus will destroy the armies of Satan or something using only his mouth. Has it taken place already? Will it take place in the future? Is it figurative or literal? So much of the book of Revelation is supposed to be taken in a Kabbalistic, figurative way, but Christians have taken that specific chapter of Revelations and made it literal. For what reason, I'm not sure. I think it shows a tiny brain or something. Why would that specific chapter be taken literal when the rest of Revelation is taken figuratively, poetically, artistically? I don't know. Speaking of mouths, I think women's tongues might be the coolest part about their... I feel like people aren't interested in tongues. I feel like people don't even care about tongues. People online are always saying, oh, I'm into her butt, I'm into her breasts, I'm into her chest, I'm into her bosom, I'm into her behind, I'm into her legs, I'm into her feet, I'm into her neck, I'm into her hair, I'm into her arms, I'm into her armpits, I'm into her ears, I'm into her stomach, I'm into her ankles, you know, I'm into her fingers and her big toes, I'm into her teeth. But it feels like nobody cares about tongues anymore. I never see anyone online talking about tongues ever. And I actually think tongues are pretty cool. And I'm honestly extremely surprised that nobody talks about them ever. nobody ever talks about tongues, and I do think they look pretty cool. And they can do lots of cool, things. And nobody ever talks about tongues. I feel like people have completely forgotten that people and women have cool tongues. And nobody even cares about them or talks about them. Jared, what are you into? Big feet? Big fat fingers? Giant pancake-sized nipples? I'd say, how about a long tongue? And people would be like, wait, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? A short sleeve and a long jacket. To quote the Cake song that Jan has never heard. Which is weird because that's Cake's most famous song. Short skirt and a long tongue. If people ask me what I'm into, I say an attractive chick who's nice. I think nice women are great. It's really hard for me to meet nice women because it feels like, I don't know, well, even if I did, they would probably just block me anyways. But, you know, aren't nice people kind of a very tiny majority in this realm or something, or am I wrong? I mean, a tiny minority? Or do you think the world is mostly nice? Let's just bring it down to Western countries. I don't want to deal with zero IQ, melanin, Indian creatures or whatever. In the Western world, do you think most of the people are nice, mean, or somewhere in the middle? Write in the comments what you think. Are people nice or naughty? Whatever. I think tongues will make a comeback. I think people are starting to remember how valuable tongues are. I think people might start to remember someday about tongues. It's probably, I don't know if it's even a good idea to look at women as sexual objects because they are also creatures with brains and brawn underneath all the makeup and all the... Something I heard about online is to get rid of your sexual energy, besides the obvious way, is to get in a crisscross applesauce meditative position pose. You know, there's magic as well or whatever, but meditation, and the specific meditation that you do is you focus all your thought energy into your genital region, your bottom 3 chakras in your testicle area, and you move that energy from your groin up your spine into your head. And you just keep doing that. You keep moving that sexual pent up frustrated energy from your groin testicle region up your spine Kundalini chakra into your forehead. And that is how you get rid of sexual energy, besides the obvious way, which is baiting it out, so to speak. Or if you have a wife, which I'm always surprised to find people who have wives who I talk to, because I don't know, I haven't talked to a woman, and I don't even, it's been 2 weeks since you looked at me. Sorry, that's Bare Naked Ladies. That's a band. They do. It's been 2 weeks since you looked at me. Sucked off my nigger fucking thing. And I tried calling my mom yesterday, but she didn't pick up. So I like to call her to talk to someone. I usually just call her, so when she passes away, if I'm still alive, I don't know, it's gonna be hard. It's already hard enough to live in this disgusting, faggot, evil, stupid realm. I'm so tired. Sorry to sound negative and grumpy or something. I just don't know what's going on. I just don't know. As the world gets closer to its end, if that is what's happening, then maybe I'm feeling like my soul is getting more apathetic and neutral, starting to leave my body more, becoming more boring. Maybe it's because of the vasectomy or something, but I feel like I'm getting more gray. I'm becoming more gray. More purgatory-ish. More purgatory gray-ish. More, I would just like to daydream and night dream, and anywhere in the middle, to escape this life, to escape into my imagination. And imagination is what creates consciousness and creates this entire universe and this entire realm. You know, besides God, I think our imagination, we are living out God's dream. We are God's subconscious dream. We're living out his dream. I had a dream last night that I was going to go vote. And I've never voted in my entire life, and I never will. But in my dream, I was with this friend, and he said, "Hey, let's go vote." And I said, "Okay, I'll drive us to the voting station." So then I thought, okay, yeah, I've never voted, but he wants to vote. So, yeah, we can vote, that's fine. So that was my dream. I don't know what it means. Anyways, I'm gonna go to the store, 'cause I'm out of food, and then I'm gonna come back here. And I'm gonna walk around the park before I go to the store for a little bit. And that's all I'm gonna do for right now. And I hate this dumb shit town. Sorry, I just hate this dumb shit town. And it just makes me somehow wish I lived somewhere more rural, like a forest. If you live by a forest, guess what you get to do all day? Walk through the forest. That's what you get to do all day. That's my answer. It gives you something to do. Something to look at, something to smell, something to see, something to touch. Touch the trees and their cocks. Touch the bushes. Bushes is vaginal pubes. That's another word for bushes. I'm seeing a lot of nature mixed with sex magic language here. Trees look like penises. Bushes look like pubes, and caves look like female vaginas, and I'm seeing a lot of nature language mixed in with sex magic language. Why is that? Was our language created to be some sort of gay, evil, whatever? Are these hints about how to escape the game? This realm is a game. People are trying to escape, maybe. Maybe I'm trying to escape the realm I want. Anyways. My throat infection is year round. It's year round, and it was worse than usual yesterday. But I think I made it better. But I had some tea. I got it really hot and I gargled it. And I don't think that helped, but I put a ton of honey inside of the tea. And I think maybe that helped a little bit. I really just need to buy some sort of medicine or go wait in the ER again for 2 or 3 hours, but I'm too lazy to do that. Just for the doctor to give me antibiotics, they make you wait 2 or 3 hours. It's retarded. And, I did that last time and it didn't fully go away. The infection didn't fully go away, which is why I still have it, of course. I've had it for at least a year or two now. As you get older, everything starts getting more evil and disgusting and piece of shit, nigger, faggot, fucking shitty. I say if you can find a wife or a friend or anything that makes you happy, grab onto it as hard as you can and never let it go, ever, ever. Even if she's cheating on you, even if she's stabbing you in the ass, even if she's poisoning your milk with bleach, or if your friend is stealing all your money or your friend is stealing your car. If you can find any source of happiness, I think just grab onto it as hard as you can, because as you get older, everything just gets so much more evil and worse and lonely. And if you can find any even a fucking microscopic fucking molecule of happiness, it might sound selfish, but just grab onto it as tightly as you can and push everyone out of your way to get to it. Because it's so rare. It's so rare to find anything like that. If you live in this particular lifestyle, or maybe any lifestyle, I don't know. But that's my... And sorry if that sounds a little selfish, but it's just if I could find something like that, I would grab onto it as hard as I fucking could.
Now it's time to have a snuggle with my very best friend in the whole wide world. You. Well, I'm glad you could come over. See you soon. Bye. And the clown jumped over the moon.